Hello, this is Mark Serwotka, the General Secretary of PCS. This will be the first of what I hope to be weekly videos to members where we can bring you up-to-date news as to what your union is doing on your behalf at these incredibly difficult times. But let me start by first of all saying this. Your National Executive Committee met last week and all of us want to send on this heartfelt message to all of you. These are unprecedented times we're going through. We know that you, your family and the communities in which you live will all be desperately concerned about the coronavirus pandemic and what it means for your health and for your futures. So we hope that all of you will stay safe, follow the government social distancing guidelines and ensure that all together we can get through this. Now your union is having to adapt to new ways of working. Like most of you, we're working from home at the moment in this crisis following government advice. So the union's been working flat out, dealing with thousands of inquiries from you to our national lines and to our employer groups, dealing with queries about what you should be doing now in the workplace and what we should be demanding of your management to ensure that you are kept safe. Now we're adjusting as we go, but within the next 2 weeks we're hoping to set up a centralised service where all members can contact us and get consistent answers to your questions and be put in touch with the relevant PCS officers who deal with the employer in which you work. But what I can tell you also is that over the last 2 weeks we have been in daily contact with the Cabinet Office to deal with national issues of concern, but also our elected representatives in your employer group have also been raising issues with your employer. Whether you're a civil servant, whether you work in a public body or whether you work for a private contractor. Our job is to ensure that your livelihoods are not threatened, that you're kept safe and that your working conditions, preferably working from home, are acceptable to you. So over the last 2 weeks, we've made many requests on your behalf to the Cabinet Office and the various employers. Over the next few days, we will be updating the guidance, and I'm pleased to tell you that the Cabinet Office has confirmed to us that 76% of civil servants now are working at home. But for many of you watching this, you won't be one of those because you're classified as a key worker. If you're working in the justice sector, DWP or HMRC for example, you will have been told that your work is now critical. So if you have to go to work, the job of the employer and your union is to ensure that you can do that safely. So we're discussing many suggestions to the Cabinet Office, making sure that social distancing is observed, that not everybody is required to be in work at the same time, and that it is agreed with the union who is required to be in work and who isn't. So over the coming days and weeks through our new centralised operation, we hope to get much more guidance out to you. Now also at this time, we'll be meeting the Cabinet Office because as you'll be aware, this is the time of year in normal circumstances, we will be discussing issues like your pay and your pensions. Indeed, 2 months ago, we submitted claims on your behalf for a pay rise, for changes to your pension and for guarantees about your terms and conditions. Now last week, we met the Cabinet Office and we said this to them. We felt it was completely inappropriate at this time of a national emergency that the union and the employer sat around in days and weeks of ordinary negotiations about things such as pay and terms and conditions. We felt it would be very inappropriate to do that. So we've said something different to the Cabinet Office. We've tabled our full claim on your behalf, but we've suggested that that is parked and that we come back to it when time permits, when the crisis recedes. But we've made it clear that we do want to talk to them about those things because you deserve a decent pay rise. You deserve your pensions overpayment money back and you deserve not to have your terms and conditions reduced. So we've said to them, let's park that for the time being, and we've made an interim request on your behalf. And that is simply this, so that all of us can do what we care about, delivering frontline services, keeping the people of this country getting welfare, getting the measures that the Chancellor has determined in his economic announcements. Our focus should be on serving the public and keeping ourselves and our families safe. So we've suggested the Cabinet Office make some interim measures, give you above cost of living pay rise as a down payment to ensure that you can still put food on your family's table, remove the threat to close offices and to make people redundant, and to agree with us central measures to above all make it sure that when we deliver public services, we can do it safely. We'll be meeting them again next week and the week after, and we will report back to you. But we hope that you agree with us that our priority is to keep safe and to keep well, to ensure we can still serve the public in whatever way we can, but to also ensure that we still have a decent income and the threats to our jobs and our offices are removed. We'll keep you informed in coming weeks. I hope to do weekly broadcasts from now on, but in the meanwhile, can I urge you all to keep safe and to keep well, and thank you for everything that you're doing.